Hello, my friends. Now, today we are going to talk about something that, for once in my life, is actually fitness related, and that's the concept of prioritizing your training and fatigue. So, one of the most crucial principles of training is this. There are two things that you can do when you are in the gym. You can train or you can exercise. Now, exercise is you getting your heart rate up, maybe you're doing some resistance training, you're contracting your muscles, you're getting a pump. Exercise can be going for a jog, going for a walk. Exercise can be stretching. Training, on the other hand, is something that you do in order to get better in some regard. The illustration that I want to bring to you today is probably it's going to be most resourceful if I talk about, resistance training, so strength training, muscle building, that sort of thing. So let's talk about the bench press, because that's what everybody's familiar with that exercise. And even if you don't bench, you know what we're really talking about here. This could be applied to your power cleans. This could be applied to your squats. This could be applied to your overhead press, to your curls, whatever it is that you do in that regard. So training involves three phases: stress, recovery, and adaptation to that stress through the recovery. So, for example, here's the illustration. You're benching, and let's say that you're a novice, you bench 115 for 3 sets of 8. That's what you start off with, and then the next time that you train, you've recovered from that workout. So instead of 3 sets of 8 of 115, all of a sudden maybe you can find that you can do 3 sets of 9 with 120. It's a very slight increase. It's a realistic one. And the reason that you are able to do that is because you've recovered from your training of 115 for 3 sets of 8 on the bench press. And the more that you progress in that manner, the more that you are able to handle. So the longer that you keep that sort of progression up, the more likely it is that you're going to be able to get to 315 bench for one. It'll take a long time, but you'll be able to do it if you keep it up. Now, here's where prioritization comes in. When you become well trained, when you become strong, when you become really aesthetic, when you become really capable with your cardio, when you become really flexible, what you'll find is that in order to really get that much further in your training in any of those regards, you're going to have to give something up. And scientifically, maybe you can push yourself really hard, but the thing is, we have other responsibilities in life, don't we? Unless, you're 17 years old, you don't have a job for the summer, you have your food paid for, your bills, life's good, you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, really, right? And there's no relationship trouble, you don't have any stress. That's a perfect situation. But the reality is, in life, we don't have that option. Things come at us out of nowhere. The more that we become independent, the more stress comes, As a famous rapper once said, "Mo money, mo problems." And that's the way it is. The more you progress, the more that you will have issues and things that will come to you that hinder your ability to progress in certain ways in your life. And your training will suffer from that. Now, we can talk about stress and cortisol and how they have an extremely negative effect on your gains, on your strength gains and your muscle size. But we're going to just talk about the fact that most people work 8 hours a day. Some people work less, some people work more. I'm not here to judge you on that. What I am here to say, though, is that there's more to life than the gym. And because of that, you are only going to have a limited amount of time with which you can train. And I'm not saying don't make time for training. What I'm saying is make the most of your time that you do train. And so when you want to get extremely strong, or you want to get, you know, the six-pack abs, you want to get absolutely jacked, hench, juicy. If you want to pursue that when you're in the gym, you're going to notice something. When you get to the end of that workout, maybe you'll notice that, boy, I'm really tired right now. And I just can't do cardio. I just can't do it. Because I have to go home, I have to go to sleep, I have to eat, right? And if you don't do either of those things, then you might as well not even be training. So we have to talk about prioritization. And you have to schedule your training around what you want to prioritize. So if you want to have stronger bench or bigger pecs, as opposed to stronger squat, bigger legs, what I would recommend for everybody is to bench first, because that way your fatigue is at an all-time low during the day. That's when you're going to be in your prime in the workout. So you train bench, and then at the end you're like, okay, I'm kind of tired, so now I'm going to go to squats. You do your squats. Usually by then, I don't know about you guys, but I'm exhausted. And that's when you start to say to yourself, okay, I need to think very clearly about this now. I did the two most important things as far as my goals are concerned. What do I do now? So let's say that you want bigger arms, but you also want to get good at running. You want to be able to do a, I don't know, 500-meter sprint without stopping, and you can only do 100 meters. What you have to do in that situation, you're going to have to take a choice. Do I do the curls? Do I go running? I'm not going to make that decision for you. You're the one who knows what you have to do, because you are the only one who understands your goals. And no matter what anybody, you know, wants to consult you on, you're the one who understands it the best. And so yesterday, I found myself in that situation, and I did the curls.